Willkommen, liebe Zuschauer. Der Klassiker an diesem Wochenende geht weiter. Niederlande gegen Deutschland. Die Fortsetzung vom Freitag. Hoffentlich mit einem besseren Ende. Deutschland. Die U20 testet bei den Niederlanden und damit herzlich willkommen in Uden. Uden liegt so gut 20 Minuten entfernt von Eindhoven. Da befinden wir uns in einem wunderschönen Sportpark und haben es hier gemütlich gemacht bei dem Verein von U19. So heißt der Club. Der ist in der 4. Liga zu Hause und ist heute sozusagen Austragungsstätte. Tolle Anlage hier, viele Fußballplätze und die Fans sind natürlich auch schon da in voller Hoffnung, dass das wieder ein Streich wird für die Niederlande gegen Deutschland, was wir, wie gesagt, natürlich nicht hoffen. Die Niederlande auch richtig gut gestartet mit einem 0:0 in der U20-Elite-Runde in England und konnte den Trainer vor dem Spiel noch mal sprechen. Bert Kontermann sagte sogar, klar, wir waren das bessere Team, hätten da sogar noch mehr mitnehmen können. Das liegt dann vielleicht in der Natur der Sache, dass der Trainer natürlich das Ganze positiv bewertet. Aber 0:0 auf der Insel, das ist schon aller Achtung wert und man muss dazu wissen, seitdem
Dames en heren, een hartelijk applaus voor het team van Duitsland en Nederland. Dames en heren, graag uw aandacht voor de volksliederen van Duitsland en Nederland. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthems of Germany and the Netherlands.
Good afternoon and welcome to live coverage of this under-20 international friendly between Germany and the Netherlands. Hosted in Uden, just over the border in the Netherlands. So a short trip for the Germans here. Here's a friendly encounter, but actually part of the Elite League. A small under-20 league within Europe. Match day 2. And this should be a big one between these old rivals. And the Germans will be looking to avenge that classic defeat on Friday night for the full internationals, with the Netherlands taking all the plaudits in a 4-2 win over the Germans. Let's see how the under-20s can fare here. So just going through the pre-match ritual here. The Dutch coach Bert Konteman in control of the international under-20s. For the Germans, it's Manuel Baum, the former Augsburg coach, who will be pulling the tactical strings for his team today. While the Germans on Thursday got off to an excellent start in this Elite League, winning 4-2 against the Czech Republic, with Winsheimer, a double from Otto and Kruger all on the score sheet. Manuel Baum expecting a completely different test today. Said in the build-up to this game that the Czechs are much more robust side than the Netherlands. The Netherlands far more technical. But for the Germans, they were lovely going forward. They need to be more clinical, Manuel Baum also says. But they could have avoided conceding those goals. A little bit sloppy in defence, perhaps. And they will be tested today by the likes of Boyting, Abukal and Venter in the front line for the Netherlands. So it looks as though it's going to be the Oranje to kick us off here. They drew against England 0-0. So on Thursday, So they'll be looking for goals today, hoping for plenty of entertainment here in Uden. It's a pretty relaxed atmosphere considering the rivalry between these two teams. As Germany will again be looking for Otto and Krüger to get them the goals as away we go. Just passing it around at the back, getting a feel for the game here. As they come through midfield, and that is given away to the Germans. Well intercepted there by Tempelmann. The Dutch trying to blast the ball out towards the left-hand side there. Again, the possession falling to the Germans as the ball is delivered back to Tida. An early test and perhaps an early goal here, as the goalkeeper blasted straight against the Dutch forward there. It's broken for the Germans though. In the end, the shot coming in from Venter, and that's wide. So a bit of a sloppy start here from the German defence. You can see the ball being blasted straight against the attacker, falling out to the right hand side for Abukal, and then the shot coming in from Venter right in the first minute. Now it looks as though this is going to be a very open game, as both sides going on the attack early doors, and a foul coming in there. So an early opportunity for Germany perhaps to fire in a shot from this free kick. So it's going to be Tempelmann who's taking control of this early set piece. Perhaps an early test for De Keyser. In goal for the Netherlands, just lining up his wall. So the Netherlands had a great chance at the other end, and now breaking up the other end, Germany firing in the free kick. It's deflected on its way through and easily covered by De Keyser. Blasted too low into the wall from the midfielder there. And it's Holland's turn to come forward. Famila Castillo towards the centre backs here. A long sprayed pass forward here and headed clear, or half clear, and then the shot raining in on the volley, looking for the wonder goal there. A killing camp it was with that effort. So an early heart-in-mouth moment then for the German keeper Tida. Got away with it though, as the Germans could easily have conceded in the first minute. Familia Castillo trying to play the ball down the line there, looking for Venter, but just a little bit too much on it. The players still feeling their way into the game here. They're trying to play the way out from the back here, the Germans. Amade getting it forward, giving it away into midfield. They won't want to do that too often, although Amade getting back there to intercept the pass. And Krüger trying to break down that right-hand side. Here he is again. Good aggressive play out on the wing there. And in the end, the ball out for the throw to the Netherlands, taken quickly. Coming up towards 5 minutes here, still goalless. Pieri. Back to him again. Used to have a lovely left foot, the Dutch centre-back. Forward from Familia Castillo, and that's easily headed back by Keller to his keeper Tida. And David. As we see Manuel Baum there, would have been worried by that opening minute in this game, but otherwise his team have dealt with the threat so far from the Netherlands. There's a ball launch clear there by Kramer of the Netherlands. Free kick in the centre, right in front of the referee there. There's Familia Castillo getting a lot of the ball on this left-hand side at the moment. Not too much played from the right at the moment from the Dutch side. Now Pieri. Venter dropping deep here to pick up the possession. Lots of it at the moment for the Dutch, hogging the ball. As it seems as though Manuel Baum's prediction that the Dutch are far more technical side than the Czechs, that is absolutely true at the moment. As De Keyser launching it clear now towards the halfway line. And Germany have the ball again. A bit of a over-the-top tackle there from Abubakar on Templeman. There's been a pretty intense start to the game at the moment. That's a lovely little flick there from Burkhardt. Looking for the attacking run down the left-hand side, but the Dutch have dealt with it. And here they come, powering through midfield now, through Duarte. And he's continued his run forward. He's ignored for now. As you can see, lovely conditions here in Uda. The pitch in decent condition for this under-20 friendly international. There's perhaps a chance here for Boytink. He's going across the edge of the box and he fires the shot in, and Tida over the bar. First corner of the game on 8 minutes. Well, it was a superb effort in the end there from Boytink. Safe pair of hands there from the German keeper. Might be tested again here from this short corner routine. As now it is crossed in deep, and that's a lovely catch there. Tida seems to have really improved his concentration after that first minute.
Ich schau hinter dir, wenn er kommt.
That's a lovely challenge coming in there. Out on that far side just to deal with the threat there. And another corner. There's David with the little nick away from the attacker. As a Killenkamp here steps across to take the corner. Will be an outswinger. Heads go up, shot comes in and blocked and away. Could have been very dangerous there for Germany. Now Burkhardt trying to put the pressure on the Dutch defence. Looking for options at the back here, the Netherlands now. Just on top, the home team at the moment. Coming up towards 10 minutes played as the ball is sprayed out towards the right-hand side for Venter. Bukal has managed to keep hold of the ball as well. So 0-0 with 10 minutes on the clock here. Netherlands controlling things at the moment. Only that free kick from Tempelman. The sum of the efforts from Germany. Looking out to the left again for Familia Castillo. Kellenkamp, lovely flick around the corner, trying to attack Armada there. And cutting inside is Boytik, and a lovely little turn there, and it's just nicked away by the German defence. It's pretty desperate defending, but they got away with it. The away team. Quick passing around the edge of the box from the Dutch. But diligent defending. As they work the ball again out towards the left. The Oranje. Armada just facing up Familia Castillo there. And forcing the ball all the way back to the defensive line for the Netherlands. Pieri. And that's a lovely nutmeg there from Familia Castillo. Trying to play the ball into the channel, but it's too far ahead of Kellenkamp, and that's easy for Tida to come along and gather the ball. It's just losing track of the ball there. It was Wagnerman. Now it's Tempelman. And at the moment, the Germans looking for someone just to put their foot on the ball and calm things down here. As the Dutch are swarming over them at the moment. This is Duarte. Throw in from backboard. And again, Pieri showing his cultured left foot there. As Armada looks as though he's going to have to do a lot of defending today up against Familia Castillo. He couldn't keep the ball in there. It's rebounded in midfield. It was trying to push forward. Duarte. And that's a bit of a poor ball there in midfield from Van Dulooy. Backboard, getting it across as the Dutch just using their right-hand side at the moment for the first time. Spread the play, stretch the Germans. That's well won in midfield by David. Here they come, the Germans. This is a better attack from them. Kruger out on the right-hand side. Just forced to go back to Armada. And the attackers rather fizzled out there. It was looking promising. As David burst forward, having won the ball. And the Germans looking to keep the ball for a sustained period of time, and they've won the free kick out on that left-hand side. Wagnerman going down. Under the challenge from Bukal. So coming up towards 15 minutes play. No goals as yet. Netherlands on top, but in the last couple of minutes, just signs that Germany are starting to settle here away from home. As the throw is awarded to the Germans on the left-hand side. It's Bet Konterman, former Rangers player. This is much better from the Germans here. A little bit more snappy passing. Pressure starting to build on the Netherlands here, slowly but surely. Back there, gets it out to David. Calmly back to Tida. The Netherlands, after that storming opening 10 minutes, they've rather retreated here. As you can see, the pressing game not quite as in the German faces as it once was in that opening phase. David, he's gone down, and the referee not awarding the free kick. Play goes on with the Netherlands trying to just drop this over the top towards Abu Khal. It's a nice little reverse pass from a Killenkamp. All dropped into the centre here. It's the intensity of the Dutch game just waning slightly here. Perhaps a little bit disheartened they didn't manage to score in that opening 10 minutes or so. The Germans with some last-ditch defending. There's the challenge coming in there on Burkhardt. And they're all just being pushed forward and looking to pressure. But the Dutch have dealt with that okay. And here they come again. It was Kruger who was trying to get in behind.
Ja, hey, hey.
So rather serene setting here in Uden for this under-20 international between the Netherlands and Germany. And at the moment, a rather serene game as the ball being passed around a lot in midfield. Ball into midfield. It's the Germans starting their pressing game here. Starting to come into effect as De Keyser gets the ball out towards the left again. Duarte just dropping in to give him an option. And he will now have the throw in. Coming up towards 20 minutes played, and well, Germany have just nullified that Netherlands threat at the moment. They've really worked their way into this game well. They seem to have settled and they've got a grip on it here. So to transmit that now into more attacking play. Ball sprayed towards the left-hand side for the Germans. Stepping in there was Tempelmann. After the Dutchman in midfield couldn't take control of it, and perhaps a chance here. A little bit of a heavy touch there from Otto. Maybe looking to add to his double against the Czech Republic. Becker. Starting to build something here. Kruger. And the throw in now awarded to the Netherlands. At the moment, the Germans playing well right up until the final third, and then they haven't been able to find good ball into the box to create a chance for the likes of Otto. Back. Tida safely away. Armada. Braunschweig right back. He's broken forward. He's found some space finally. Gets the ball in and headed away by the Dutch defence. The clearance then completed. First signs here that Germany in an attacking sense are starting to break through. There's just a bit of stoppage in play here with 22 minutes on the clock. Now David in the attacking half here as the Germans are squeezing up. Push their back line up at least 10 yards in the last 10 to 12 minutes. It seems to have really worked tactically against the Dutch. They've barely had a sniff since that little tweak in the tactics from Manuel Baum. Finally, the Oranje can attack here down the right-hand side, trying to catch the Germans cold, perhaps. As Wagnermann got back there, tracking his run-up. Now stepping in very nicely indeed. As Abubakar tried to get to the byline. Again, another corner here for Ekelenkamp. Here comes the header back towards the centre. And maybe the chance and the goal as well. It's a splendid finish from Van der Looy. Right on 24 minutes played. And that's 1-0 to the Netherlands. Oh, Manuel Baum, that is a big setback for his team after they were coming into it. It's all from this corner from Ekelenkamp. And Germany just couldn't clear their lines in the end, coming in with a splendid left-footed volley, Van der Looy.
stuurt ons Nederland op een 1-0 voorsprong open te maken door 6 tot Noorwegen.
Well, an excellent volley there from the midfield man and the captain. So how will the Germans then react to going 1-0 down here to that excellent goal from Van der Looy, the Nijmegen midfielder. Well, it's rather against the run of play, you'd have to say, after the Germans were on top for a good 10 minutes before that goal, but unable to clear their lines, and then a thumping finish. It was from Van der Looy. Perhaps the Dutch now will gain confidence from that and return to their play of the opening 10 minutes. As it's all very tight in there, lots of players all in the same area of the pitch. The Germans at the moment haven't really created a clear-cut opportunity. Amada into midfield for Tempelman. Breaking down the left, Wagnerman. And looking for the corner, the Germans, and the referee awarding it, so a chance here for them to get the ball into the box. They need good delivery from this. 27 minutes played and 1 down, the German under-20s. The Dutch just setting up their defence here. Tempelman, who had that free kick effort earlier on, just to drift this one in towards the near post, and there's some pushing and shoving going on in there, and the referee awarding the free kick to the home side. It's always cleared long here. And there's a quick ball forward here for Kruger, and he's played it through, and it's just blocked there. Otto, it was with his first shot in any real anger in this game after 28 minutes. It was a lovely ball passed through to him from Kruger. The defender, though, would manage to stay back as the Germans have won another free kick here through Burkhardt. And perhaps another opportunity for Tempelman of Freiburg to get a free kick effort in, as we see the block here. Superbly done from Peary. Keeper just lining up his wall again. So it looks as though Kruger fancies this one now. It is Kruger to take, and it's smashed into the wall again. Now on the rebound, blocked. And the Netherlands there setting up their wall perfectly, and they're coming on the counter-attack here. Swarming down that right-hand side. Coming up towards half an hour played. 1-0 to the good and looking for a cushion. It's a decent looking ball here to try and set Familia Castillo free, and then the tackle coming in on Kellenkamp, and it looks a painful one on the ankle. Amada was just going over the top of the ball. And he's still down Kellenkamp in some pain. And the Dutch will be hoping that their playmaker will be able to continue here after some treatment. There's Manuel Baum there on the bench with his team 1-0 down. But they've showed a good reaction to that blow of that Van der Looy goal, the thumping volley after a corner. Just limping off here, Kellenkamp. This doesn't look good for him.
Bleib so stehen, bleib so. Lino, hier den Raum, schau.
A free kick to be played in here by Vente. It's lifted towards the far post. Germans have got it clear this time. It's better from them, and then Burkhardt winning the free kick as he looked to break forward on the right-hand side. David carrying the ball to the correct place for the free kick. A bit of a loose pass at the back here, and some work for the Germans to do. In the end, Back managed to get there with little problem, and that's a lovely ball down the left-hand side here. Can they find one of the attackers? They turn and the strike did in the end come in from Otto. It wasn't really a clean one. As the Dutch recovering well there to block against the German forward. And just a painful one there on Burkhardt, as the ball was there to be won for the Dutch. So about 12 minutes left on the clock in this first half. And Kellenkamp stepping in. He looks to have recovered from that ankle injury. And the ball turned inside and hacked away by David. Again, danger signs when the Dutch get into the penalty area. As the German defence perhaps not as organised as it could be at times. As it's a lovely turn inside by Boitink. But in the end, the Germans doing enough to get the ball away. They're just touching it on here. Boitink trying to put the pressure on him and hurrying the clearance of Wagnerman. And David looking for the long ball down the left-hand channel. And a collision there in midfield. There's Pieri though, who won the free kick. Otto desperately trying to get the ball into the final third. De Keyser. And Duarte trying to lift the ball forward. All across here. As again, the Netherlands showing their technical prowess. And handball just given there against David. Unlucky, really, as he tried to make the interception. The Dutch taking it as quickly as possible here. Familia Castile with the delivery in from that left-hand side, and an easy catch for Tida, and he bowls it out immediately towards Burkhardt. He's done well there to drift past one man. Continues his run. This is barnstorming. And the pass out towards Otto, just behind the striker. And he played the crossfield ball towards Amada. Can he provide a cross? Well, try to fire it in low. Familia Castile got back there to block. There's much more like it from Burkhardt, taking the attack to the Dutch defence. And he is again right in the corner, but he can't hold it up. Under a little bit of pressure from backboard. Now the only goal of the game so far. That Van der Looy volley, the captain showing the way forward for his side. Camp flicking the ball on. Board with the throw here deep in his own half. Decides to go for the long one up the line, which ends up in the possession of Germany. Will be hoping his side don't concede again. And of course, we'll be trying to get back on level terms coming up towards half-time. Could be a big 15 minutes for him to try and get his boys back into this one. They've been disappointed they couldn't get the ball clear from the corner that led to the volley from Van der Looy. After a good spell of pressure from the away side. Goal coming on 25 minutes. As here's perhaps an opportunity from the edge of the box to fire a shot in, and it's just trickling wide there. Well, it was Becker who had the effort. Looks as though it took a touch on its way through. Here's the shot, and it is just palmed away there by the keeper, De Keyser. So a corner then for the Germans. It's Tempelman to take. Headed well clear by the Dutch. Up to Amada. More direct play here from Becker. Germany want to see more of that from their midfielders to try and bolster the attack as play goes on here. It's a nice ball to Elisa Bubkal, who's just come out to the left-hand side for a while. Shoots with his right foot, blocked by David. About 5 minutes to go before the break here. 1-0 to the Netherlands. As this is Kruger, surrounded by two orange shirts. In the end, he wins the free kick. He wants to take it quickly, but deciding against it in the end as we see that little save from De Keyser. I think it was crucial as the shot was on target, and there's a hard tackle coming in here, and a little bit of argy-bargy as well. And it looks as though backboard is the man who will be given the game's first yellow card. And certainly Falkenaumann did not appreciate the challenge on his teammate. So first real flashpoint here, you can see it. A heavy, heavy challenge coming in on Burkhardt. And a confirmation. Ball comes across. Away by Venter. To the byline, fired across into the 6-yard area. And away by the Dutch. And the Germans will be throwing the kitchen sink at them coming towards the end of the first half here. They want to go in level pegging. Ball across to Bach here. Ball straight towards Entermann. Burkhardt again. Away by the defender. And that ball came in towards Amada. David into midfield. Up for Becker. He's had Germany's best effort of the first half. And a little tug back in midfield there. Tempelmann produces a nice ball actually here for Amada, just tapping it in towards Kruger. Didn't reach its target though. It looks as though he's going to go for the long throw here. Into the penalty area comes, and away by the Dutch. Smashed off Amada. An attempted clearance from Familia Castillo. Ajax youngster starting this game on fire, just gone quiet in recent times. So 90 seconds remaining here. The Germans will be disappointed that they're behind to the Dutch here. Van der Looy with the finish, the only goal of the game. And it's been a good competitive outing so far in this first 45 minutes. Just that one flashpoint with the backboard yellow card. Other than that, these two rivals going toe to toe. Not creating too many chances, only the St. Pauli midfielder Becker managing to test de Kaiser. Oh, he's blasted long up the field here, and that's a big collision. Boiting it is. I think who's won the free kick in the end. Colliding with Keller. Now you can see it's a really uncomfortable piece of defending there for the German. And as we come up towards the 45-minute mark, there's one last opportunity perhaps for the Netherlands to fire a shot in here. So it's Vente who is favourite to take. So we're into time added on as this free kick's about to be taken. It's fired in and into the midriff there of the keeper Tida. He got it on target at least. Vente there. It's thumped clear again by De Kaiser. As the referee blows the half-time whistle, so it's 1-0 to the home side Netherlands in this under-20 friendly international. Bert Konterman will be happy that his side are ahead. For the Germans, it's a big 15 minutes for Manuel Baum to try and get his team back into this game to create more going The half-time scoreline 1-0 to the Netherlands. Van der Looy, the captain for the Netherlands, with the goal. As it looks as though both teams going to make a change here. With Aboukal coming on for the Dutch. And Kuhn arriving into the second half for the Germans. So he is the winner of the Fritz Walter medal for his performances in the under-19s last season, and hoping to shine also at under-20 level here. Can he change the game around, perhaps, for Manuel Baum's side, as the Dutch got off to a storming start in the opening 10 to 12 minutes. They were all over the Germans. Germany then battled back without really creating too much, but then suffered a blow on 25 minutes with the Van der Looy volley following a corner. The Germans just couldn't clear their lines. And Van der Looy finishing superbly to make it 1-0. Any time that the Germans in that first half really managed to test De Keyser in the Dutch goal was a Becker shot, which he was forced to stop at full stretch. So they'll be looking for a little bit more creativity, as in fact it's Munali who is the man coming on for Venter. The Dutch showed how attacking they can be and how precise with their passing as Mignolet here gets his first attack. Germans were squeezing up as the half wore on in that first 45. As they got to grips with the Dutch, but still behind here by 1-0. As you can see, lovely weather here in the Netherlands. Superb conditions for this under-20 international. It's a lovely long ball out towards the right-hand side. Germans on the attack here, getting into the final third. Bit of pace being shown here. Looking for Amada at the edge of the box, but the ball snicked away from him. That's Bert Konterman, the Dutch coach, looking very relaxed on the sidelines. He'll be happy that his team are 1-0 to the good here. It seems like they're a difficult side to break down after that 0-0 draw the other day against England, and then a goalless, or a clean sheet, I should say, in the first 45 against Germany. Mignolet again getting clear, the ball across, and surely two, but it's just wide from a Kellenkamp. It's a lovely ball to him. He opens up his body just a little bit too much, perhaps, Kellenkamp. So early warning signs there from the Dutch that they're not going to just sit back on their laurels here and go for the 1-0 win. They want to increase their lead. As there's a strike coming in from the Germans, just testing De Keyser early in the second half. So the shots raining in at the moment. Just frustrated there. So here is the strike and the easy gather there. It was Becker with it. He had the best effort in the first half. Quite testing the keeper as well in this second. We're about 5 minutes into the second half. Plenty of time then for the Germans to get back on parity. And Mignolet here has caused them a bit of a problem since he came on as a half-time sub. Getting the cross in and off the post, dear oh dear. Well, this is far more action-packed in this second half than the first period. Again, it was a Kellenkamp breaking forward. As the ball breaks forward here, perhaps for the Germans, and the corner conceded. Good work there from Burkhardt as we see the replay thumping off the post there from Kellenkamp. Could have had 2 goals already in this second half. It's a lovely ball in from Mignolet, just shifting it. And unmarked in there was Kellenkamp as well. Well, here on 51 minutes, perhaps the chance for Tempelman to create something. Floats it in. Half clear and onto the roof of the net. Another corner in quick succession. So Templeman to deliver again.
De bal eruit is meteen vooruit, kom maar! Nou, wel op links, hè?
Swings it in again. And headed clear at the near post this time. Back to the taker. Deeper ball in this time. And again the Dutch getting it away. There's two chances for the Dutch early in this second half. A wake-up call for Germany. I've been warned that they can't push forward too much, looking for the equaliser. Back to De Keyser here. Too much pressure on the back line at the moment, as Germany deciding not to press at the moment. Ball towards the onrushing backboard, and he couldn't stretch to keep the ball in, just delivered behind him. Back in possession of the Germans. As here comes Nunnally on the run again. The Willem II right winger. And he wanted the throw in. It's awarded to Wagnermann. Now Hillenkamp, who fired wide and has hit the post already in this second half. Standing a little bit further forward than he was in the first period. And again, leading the Germans a merry dance. He looks a very tricky player, low centre of gravity. For backboard on for Nunnally around the corner. Coming up towards 10 minutes into this second half, and it looks as though the Dutch have again got control of the game. They can never write off the Germans at any level. A long ball forward, up towards the outlet. Nunnally, well defended though by Wagnermann. Back to his keeper, and he gets the return ball as well. But he's looking for options. Doesn't have too many in front of him. Not much movement going on. Templeman. For Becker. That's a nice looking ball forward now towards the byline for Burkhardt, and desperate defending again. They've just got it away from him there, the Netherlands. Just getting the run of the ball there, the home side, I'd have to say. A deep early cross in towards Otto. And Becker to try and smash it back towards goal, but the defence come away with it. A brave block there from backboard. Kielenkamp always seems so calm in possession, the number 10. Another ball sprayed forward here down the channel, and the volley to come in, and what an effort that is! A stunner off the far post. Well, almost a world-class goal there. And another let-off for the Germans as it's thumped off the post. That's the second time the Dutch have hit the woodwork in this second half. What a brilliant volley. Sent soaring over the keeper. He's flat-footed, Tida. That was a brilliant attempt. Well, if that had gone in, it would have been the best goal that we've seen this weekend at any level at full international, under 21 or indeed under 20. A spectacular effort from that left-hand side. I believe it was a Bukau with that effort. As he had no options in the box and just decided to go for broke. And almost managed to fire in a worldie. And coming up towards an hour played, and the Dutch unlucky not to be more than one ahead, has to be said. A let off with the wayward finish from a Kielenkamp right after half-time, and then a header against the post from the same player. And then a Bukal almost smashing in a wonder goal. And there was nothing that Tida could do about it. He could just watch the ball float over him and hope for the best, and he got the luck. So 60 minutes on the clock. You can expect a couple of changes, I would imagine, for either side with an hour gone, as here is Kuhn. First real chance to see what he can do as he passes the ball to the edge of the box. It's another blocked effort from Tempelman. With the nutmegs, that's a lovely little run, and it could be the equaliser. It's ended up in the back of the net. Well, the Netherlands don't like it, but it is 1-1 right on 60 minutes. You'd have to say barely deserved for the Germans, but they won't be complaining. It all comes from this lovely little run from Becker, putting the ball into the 6-yard area, off the post initially, and then bundled home by Amada. confirmation. Amada with the goal. 61 minutes off the post and then put into the back of the net. A really scrappy goal for the Netherlands to concede, but it was a wonderful run from Becker in the first instance. I'm sure that the Netherlands will be wondering how on earth this is level at 1-1, given the start they've had in the first 15 minutes of this second period. Hitting the post twice and having a good opportunity right after half-time, but it's Amada who's made it count for the Germans. And now it could be a very interesting last half hour. Flick by Becker. Probably has been the best player for Germany. Any shots he's had, he's been the one who's been looking to create something. Well, are we going to see a winner in this game, or is it going to end all square between these big old rivals, the Netherlands and Germany? Here's Amada, the goal scorer for the away side. Couldn't find the little ball in there for Otto. That's a nice little turn here from Burkhardt, getting into the penalty area and winning the penalty as well. Well, it's suddenly all gone wrong for the Netherlands here. Well, it was a darting little run into the penalty area. A few step overs, and he's certainly brought down by the defender there. That was Kramer. And now De Keyser, who's been pretty quiet in this game, really, up until the hour mark at least. And it will be Otto up against him to try and fire home from 12 yards. And it's saved. Unbelievable. Well, what a save that is by De Keyser. Otto thumping it low, but that's a great save, getting it clear as well. Well, they've got the corner at least, Germany, but they'll be really disappointed they haven't got their noses in front there. As it's out here towards the far stick and well caught there by De Keyser. Well, after a pretty quiet first half where we only had that one goal, not too many other highlights to really speak of. This second half has been far more exciting, far more entertaining. And now it will be the Germans who will think they're unlucky not to be ahead. But that wonderful save from the penalty by De Keyser, keeping it 1-1. So how will that change the game? Will the Germans then grasp the nettle and continue to push forward, or will the Dutch gain confidence from it? As here is Kuhn, gets the ball back again off the defender, able to find a way through the orange wall. 25 minutes remaining of this. Great entertainment at the moment in this under-20 friendly international. As it looks as though there's going to be a change made here. A double change for the Dutch. Konterman reacting here. It looks as though Familia Castillo, one of the players, going off, and Kellenkamp. Well, he picked up a knock in the first period, maybe just feeling that now. Hit the post with a header and had a decent opportunity at the start of the second half too. So it's Markello to replace him. As the free kick comes in, comes to nothing in the end. Now the Germans making a double switch as well. So all change coming into the final quarter of the game. As it's Burkhardt who's being withdrawn, the man who won the penalty, which was missed by Otto. In fact, a triple change by the looks of things. Amada, the goal scorer, also going off. So the number 9 Wintzheimer is coming on for this final quarter. And also Otto coming off as well by the looks of things. Wintzheimer, a dangerous striker at this level for sure. At Bochum at the moment. Good skill shown on the left there. Just over 20 minutes remaining here. And again the question, who will win this friendly encounter here? Both teams will be going for broke surely to try and get the win on the board against their rivals. That's a poor ball forward. And a chance here for Wagnermann. Uber around the corner, the ball flashed across the face of goal. And no one there just to tap it in. And again, it's Tempelmann to deliver the corner. And it comes, and it's well cleared. And in the end, the referee seeing an infringement in there anyway. That is a Poku who is on for Germany. These friendlies often a little difficult to get confirmation of the replacements. So an attacking switch then from Manuel Baum, as he will feel his team are hard done by not to be ahead despite the run of play mostly in the direction of the Netherlands. Ada with the equaliser against the run of play, and then the missed penalty from Otto before he was withdrawn. Great save though from De Keyser, as it was a penalty well hit low. The keeper doing well to plunge low to his right. Get the ball away. Kilian Ludovic, the replacement for Amada. See Ludovic getting involved and rolls of the dice there from Manuel Baum on his haunches at the moment. That's a lovely ball into the box. A chance here for the Germans. It's ended up in the back of the net. And it's Kuhn who's done it, the man who's won the Fritz Walter medal. And he's continuing his good form here. 73 minutes. And the Germans have gone ahead for the first time. Well, it's a great run from him. He brings it down superbly well. It's through the keeper. Just trickling home. And Nicolas Kuhn then doing the job, the sub coming on, and well, they will say he's changed the game for the Germans. Certainly it's been uphill since he arrived on the field. With the equaliser, the penalty being won, and now his goal. Not the most spectacular pair of goals in the world from Germany, but they will not be complaining about that, as Nuneli, he tries to create something for the Dutch. It's lamped away by the Germans as Winsheimer here tries to pick up the ball on the bounce. And a free kick awarded the way of the Germans. The Dutch here just starting to panic slightly, you feel. Just a little bit overwhelmed with just over 15 minutes remaining. Second half much, much better, both as from the German performance perspective and the entertainment perspective as well. Pieri here just getting a talking to. No yellow card shown, no, for the Ajax left-sided defender. Polkut looking to flick the ball on. And he's stayed out wide left. He gets the ball again here. Can he deliver? Well, it was a tricky ball in and cleared at the near post. Under duress there by Kramer. With Ludovic closing in as well at the near post. Polkut with the corner. Just floating it in there. Away. This is Tempelman taking the corner for once. And the ball back over the top. Cleared at the edge of the area. And this is far better from Germany. Much more progressive football from them. After a shaky start to the second half. And having gone ahead here for the first time, they will expect to win this friendly against the Netherlands. Winsheimer there just clashing. With Makalo by the looks of it. Much ado about nothing, really. So it looks as though Boitink has gone off here to be replaced by Venema. So a change up front, fresh legs. He's barely had a sniff though, Boitink, in this second half really. Even when the Dutch were on top, he wasn't really getting involved. There's a Buchal, the man who smashed a volley off the post. A world-class effort early in the second period. He's just down injured at the moment. Venema certainly looks like a big, strong centre forward. More of a target man than Boitink. And the ball played in here, curled in with a nice shape there, but away by Germany. Might be under pressure in this last 12 minutes. Buchal. There's the keeper, Tida, barking commands at his defence here to cover. As the shot is in low, away at the edge of the box, and the chase on here. Winsheimer beaten to it though by De Keyser. Manuel Baum will be proud of his boys that they've battled back from one down, and the game seemingly running away from them, to lead here by 2-1 away from home in Uden. Time ticking down here. A little bit stop-start at the moment, with number of free kicks being awarded. Perhaps Germany trying to make it a little bit scrappy, take the sting out of the game. Next ball in, and there's too much on it there. Not the best delivery in the world, not what they needed, the Netherlands. Lee looking infield out towards the left-hand side. And the Netherlands seem determined to get back on level terms, make it 2-2. And that's been given away to Tempelman out towards Opoku. Just a bit of a heavy touch from him. Frustrated there that he couldn't bring the ball on board.
Help him on the binnenkant.
Tempelman then is the next player to be withdrawn with 10 minutes to go. And Bomb, who is on to replace him for the final phase of this game. Erdingen midfielder, like-for-like replacement. Now Ludovic trying to break forward down the right-hand side. Dynamic play from him. Almost 10 minutes since Kuhn scored his goal for 2-1 to the Germans. At the moment they're keeping the Dutch at arm's length, but they're knocking on the door, at least, the Oranje. As the Germans look to make it 2 wins from 2 in this international break. As there's a chance here, perhaps. And in the end, the offside flag raised. Good line from the Germans. Just playing Venema offside. Dutch, of course, drawing 0-0 with England the other day. They won't want to lose this one as well. Throw in for the Dutch, deep in their own half. Volleyed vertically there. That's a better clearance in the end, but it's gone out of play again. And they've got the throw in now. Wagnerman just thinking it was his ball. Really winning the throw again off Wagnerman. A little challenge from behind coming in, and a yellow card for Opoku. Backboard the man who was on the receiving end. Coming in late, he knew exactly what he was doing, Opoku. No real need for it. 6 minutes on the clock now. It's nicely played, and again Wagnerman bringing down that same man backboard. Referee not reaching into his pocket this time. Could well have done though, in fairness. Looks more in that one than the Opoku one. Here comes Opoku on the left wing, swinging it in with the outside of his boot, and couldn't quite get there. Dribbling it towards the keeper, De Keyser. Lovely play from Opoku. Chance again created by Opoku. Couldn't just toe ending it really. Couldn't get enough on it. And the chance gone. Well, we've had an action-packed second half here, bit of everything really, with the Dutch flying out of the traps. Ekkelenkamp sending a shot wide, hitting the post with a header. And also that world-class effort from Aboukhlal, surely the highlight of the game, that wicked volley from the left wing. And then the Germans coming back, getting the equaliser through Amada. Then having a penalty saved. Otto seeing his effort palmed away by the keeper, De Keyser. And then 8 minutes after that, Kuhn trickling a shot through the goalkeeper De Keyser for 2-1. We've got 3.5 minutes remaining here, plus a little bit of stoppage time, I'm sure. Looking for the free kick there, the Dutch right in front of the referee, but he's let play go on. Normally showing his trickery again, but easily dealt with by Becker. Well, the Germans will be confident of seeing this out here. Manuel Baum wanting to make it 2 from 2 in the international break here. Some defending for the Dutch to do. Poku. A little bit of pace being shown by him there. For Winsheimer. Just running down the clock here at the moment, the Germans. Perhaps they can seal it if they can get a goal. At this time it would surely mean that they'll take the spoils. Becker. Just drifting in field. Finds Kuhn. Winsheimer holding the ball up, finding a Poku. Nice play this from Germany. Coming towards the end of the game. In by Kuhn and away. Oh, that's a certain free kick there. Bomb going down. As we're into the final minute of the game. Tight here still at 2-1 to the German side. And a free kick here. It's a long way out. Kuhn and Opoku standing over it. And they decide to play out to Enterman. It's just on the half turn there. And the Dutch could be away. Nunnally going across, and that's a fine shoulder charge coming from Kuhn there to cleanly get the ball away, clear it down the line towards Winsheimer. So there'll be 3 minutes of time added on here for the Dutch to try and get back into the game. And they start the stoppage time on the attack through backboard. And the yellow card being shown here. And it's going to be a second as well. Well, goodness me, it's backboard who's gone. Well, he got the warning earlier on. Let's have a look. Well, he's kicking the ball away there. That's a real show of indiscipline. And now we really have had everything. Well, that's the reaction of the Netherlands team on the sidelines. Head in hands as now they think that the chance has gone of getting the equaliser. 10 men of the Dutch. Because are they going to slip to defeat here? As Koen just getting a little bit of treatment. And the referee right on top of that incident with backboard. Even though it's a friendly in the end of the match. Playing by the book. And a far better second half here, both from the Germans and from the quality of the game as well. As the Germans went in half-time, one down. Van der Looy, the captain for the Dutch, thundering home a volley from a corner to make it 1-0. And in the second half, it's all happened. The Dutch hitting the woodwork twice before Amada bundling home the leveller just after the hour mark. A penalty was then won by Burkhardt on 64 minutes, which was saved by De Keyser. David Otto trying to blast it towards the corner, but the keeper got down really well to get it away. Then on 73 minutes, the substitute Koen trickled home a shot through the goalkeeper to make it 2-1, and that looks as though it's going to be the winner, as we see backboard going off after his red card, showing indiscipline. As the camera focuses on the man coming back on, the man who's won this game by the looks of it, as we have played the 3 minutes of stoppage time. Of course, we had that treatment for Koen, and the backboard red card incident will mean there's some more time added on, as it's starting to get really panicky out there. Tense moments these for the Germans as they look to hold on. Oh, the keeper is going up to Keyser to try and cause chaos in the opposition area. Ball is swung in, and that's easy for Tida. Well, other than that opening minute where he had a panicky clearance off the Dutch defender, he's been a really safe pair of hands in this game. Nothing he could really do about the volley from this man, Van der Looy. Winsheimer here. He's dragged to the ground there. Certainly the hand on the shoulder there, and that might just have won the game here. This will surely be the last action as Opoku taps the ball to Winsheimer. He goes right into the corner. There's a clashing again. That's the end of this game, just ending on a bit of a sour note for discipline. Five minutes now added on as the referee just checks his watch. I thought that was going to be the final action, but the referee allowing things to carry on here. Perhaps one last attempt from the Holland side. Long ball forward and away. Van der Looy. And that is the final action, so it's a win there for the Germans. 2-1 in Holland, in Uden. Manuel Baum making it 2 wins from 2 in this international break. The Dutch looking for the first win in this phase of the under-20s Elite League. And big celebrations for the Germans too. A really exciting second half. The first, not the best 45 minutes we've ever seen, but the second had a bit of everything. But the main thing is that Germany have won by 2-1. So thank you very much for joining us for that friendly international under-20. It was an entertaining second half. Here are the goals again for you. Enjoy the highlights and see you again next time. From me, it's goodbye.
wenn man Sachen neu einstudiert, dann ist es oft so, dass du ein bisschen brauchst am Spielfeld, wenn du eine Mannschaft hast, die das noch nicht so gemacht hat. Und ich finde, man hat das gemerkt, gleich am Anfang waren die Holländer richtig gut im Spiel, die ersten 10, 15 Minuten. Dann denke ich, haben wir es ausgeglichen gestaltet. Ärgerlich ist halt, dass wir im zweiten Spiel jetzt die zweite Standardsituation gekriegt haben. Und nach der Halbzeit muss man auch sagen, da hat man in 2, 3 Situationen Glück, dass die nicht das 2-0 machen. Aber dann haben wir das Spiel komplett gedreht. Wir haben Chancen gehabt, wir haben super Spielzüge gehabt. Wir waren kreativ. Am Ende des Tages, so hinten raus, muss ich sagen, waren wir vielleicht sogar ein Tor besser.
Gerade was Sie angesprochen haben, neues System, 3-4-3. Holländer mit vielen langen Bällen immer wieder reingekommen. Die langen Bälle sind durchgekommen. Das war von der Verteidigung nicht so optimal, gerade erste Halbzeit, zu Beginn zweite Halbzeit. Was haben Sie da Ihren Jungs noch mal mitgegeben?
Ja, das ist das Problem. Oft, wenn man eine Dreierkette spielt, dass man halt dann sehr mannorientiert ist und auch, wenn man ballfern ist, bei seinem Mann noch bleibt und dann die Absicherung vergisst. Und das hat man in dem Spiel dann gesehen. Weil die langen Bälle wären eigentlich ungefährlich gewesen, nur wir waren schlecht gestanden. Haben es aber dann ganz gut in den Griff gekriegt, so nach 10, 15 Minuten in der zweiten Halbzeit. Und dann haben wir die langen Bälle überragend verteidigen, weil sie es dann verstanden haben. Aber das ist ja genau das, was wir haben wollen, dass wir ihnen eine Plattform geben, auch zum Lernen und dass sie sowas fühlen können und vielleicht nehmen sie das ein oder andere mit dann zu den Vereinen.
Gerade wo Sie sagen, gerade auch zweite Halbzeit, was heißt das, Mentalität der Mannschaft, so zurückzukommen?
Ich denke schon, dass es ganz wichtig ist, dass wir in Deutschland uns auf die Tugenden besinnen, die uns wirklich stark machen. Und wir sind ein sehr diszipliniertes Land. Wir stehen für harte Arbeit, für Wertarbeit. Und das ist schon wichtig, dass wir diese Tugenden auf den Platz bringen. Und wenn man das dann nur mit der Qualität, die die Spieler haben, paart, also so Kreativität und Technik, dann kann da wirklich was Gutes draus werden. Aber die Basis sind einfach die Tugenden, die Deutschland seit Jahrzehnten stark macht.
Vielen Dank, Herr Baum. Gelungener Einstand, 2 Spiele, 2 Siege. Ich finde, so kann es sich auch angehen lassen. Die Elite-Runde U20, Sieg gegen Tschechien, Sieg gegen die Niederlande und damit so eine kleine Wiedergutmachung für die Niederlage am Freitag. Ich hoffe, Sie sind gut unterhalten worden und natürlich viel Spaß auch heute wieder. Länderspielzusammenfassung, Jugendländerspiele, alles auf DFB TV, wie Sie es mögen, Zusammenfassung. Vielen Dank und bis zum nächsten Mal.